Have you ever put on an outfit and instantly felt like a different woman? More powerful, more aligned, more confident? That's not just clothes. It is your higher self showing up through you. When I lived in St. Martin, I did an internship at a high-end clothing boutique, women's wear called Imagine. The store sat at a corner, a prime corner, and as you walked up to the store, the windows showcased beautiful outfits. They were very elegant and posh looking. And when you went into the store, the lighting was soft. The music, it was usually French music. And when you walked in there, the ambiance just felt very quiet, sophisticated. The display was very minimal, but very posh looking. And you just felt like you were in a place where you felt rich and sophisticated. My manager was a French woman. She was tall, slim, and very graceful. She dressed very sophisticated and rich, like the clothing that we carried at the store. And she had a certain posture about her, a little bit intimidating at times. And on my first day, she said to me that you will need to look the part. So she took me around the store and she showed me the racks of clothing, the collection that we had. And she said that every day when you come in, you can change into whatever outfit you like before your shift. How exciting was that, right? So every day after wearing all the modest clothing that I had been wearing for so many years, it was exciting to be able to finally choose the type of outfits that I could see myself in. So every day when I came in for my shift, I would put my purse in the little closet in the back, and then I would come out on the floor and look around to see what outfits I wanted to, or what outfit I wanted to wear that day. And I would also wear the jewelry to match. Always something that was just right, not too much jewelry, but just right. I usually would choose outfits that made me feel grown up, that were form-fitted, and that made me feel sophisticated and confident. Whenever I would wear like a blazer, it would make me feel more confident, more authoritative. It made me feel like I had to stand up straighter and adjust my posture to kind of be more upright. On days when I chose to wear maybe a dress, pink dress, or whatever the color was, I could tell my posture was a little bit more feminine, more playful, more whimsical when I wear dresses. Occasionally, my manager would send me on errands. Sometimes I would go to the post office. I was about 16 years old when this internship happened. I was very shy and timid, and I would notice different glances and people staring at me. Like the same person that would look at me other days, before the internship started, all of a sudden they noticed something different about me, maybe in my walk. It made me feel like I was not being seen so much as the sister or the daughter anymore, but more as myself. That internship gave me an opportunity to see what it would feel to take up space in the world, to be able to wear the clothes, the nice clothes and the jewelry that I wanted to wear, to feel seen, to feel confident, to take up space in the world, to feel bold, to be myself. Today, I want to teach about 3 different points why this matters and how you can start. Number 1, clothes carry energy. What you wear affects how you feel and how others experience you. Every color, every texture and fit carry a kind of energy. When you dress with intention, you're telling the world and yourself that I am showing up as the woman I am becoming. Clothes aren't just clothes. They're so much more than fabrics, buttons, and zippers. Have you ever put on a jacket, a dress, or even a t-shirt and felt completely different? It's like the way you stood changed, even your mood shifted just a little bit. That's because clothes carry energy. They don't just cover us. They say something about us even before we speak. They tell the world how we feel about ourselves in that moment, whether it's confident, quiet, bold, or carefree. Most of you are familiar with the book Think and Grow Rich and Napoleon Hill. In the book, Napoleon Hill talks about where he borrowed a high-end suit to go to an important meeting. The moment he put it on, everything shifted. He stood taller, spoke with more assurance, and felt like he was worthy of being in the room. The suit wasn't just clothing, it was a mindset. It reminded him that how you show up on the outside can ignite who you are on the inside. Because sometimes clothes tell us how we feel. If you put on a crisp blazer, it makes you stand taller. A flowy dress makes you feel lighter, softer, more open. And even a pair of cozy sweatpants says it's okay to rest. And it's not just the way clothes look, it's the way they hold memories. We all have those pieces in our closet. The shirt we wore the day everything changed. The dress we wore when we finally felt seen. Even something handed down, you can almost feel the life it had even before it came to you. Clothes can back you up when you're nervous. They can soften you when you're hard on yourself. And they can give you a little courage when you're scared to be seen. And the truth is, when you dress like the person you want to become, it helps you get there faster. It helps you become her a lot quicker. So tomorrow, when you're in front of your closet and you're choosing an outfit, don't just think what matches, but think what feels like who I want to become. Because clothes really do carry energy, and that energy carries you. Point number 2, align your outside with your inside. Your higher self lives inside of you, but oftentimes we dress like the small version of ourselves because that is what feels safe. When you wear clothes that reflect your inner vision, even if you don't feel like her yet, you start to embody her. You start to believe. Have you ever felt like the way you present yourself doesn't quite match the way you feel on the inside of you? As if you're wearing clothes or a smile or even a person that doesn't even belong to you. That's what we mean when we talk about alignment, about letting your outside match your inside. And there's so much freedom in finding that place. Now, there's 2 stories that come to my mind when we talk about this second point. The first one is the story of David in the Bible. David was just a shepherd boy who found himself standing in front of a giant. Goliath was terrifying, and so everybody around David thought that David needed to dress like a warrior, that he needed to wear the armor, that he needed to dress like he was going to fight a big giant. They thought that David needed to dress the part, so they decided to dress him up with all the armor. They gave him a shield, they gave him all the swords and the different ammunition that he needed. But as soon as he put it on, he felt awkward. It didn't feel right to him. He didn't like it. It was in the way. It didn't feel like him. So what did he do? He took it off. He took off all the armor that they gave him. He picked up his sling, the simple tool that he had used all his life, and he faced Goliath as himself, and he won. David's story reminds me that alignment is powerful. When you stop fitting into other people's expectation and you just be yourself, you step into a strength that you didn't even know you had. The other story is about Robin Williams. It reminds me why this story is so hard and why it matters. Robin Williams made the whole world laugh. On the outside, he was bright, energetic, and full of life. But on the inside, he was carrying pain and depression and loneliness that almost no one knew about. And that misalignment of what he was actually showing on the outside and who he was on the inside wore him down. Because when your outside and your inside don't match, it's as if you're living 2 different lives. One life is the one that everyone sees. You're polished, you're performing, you're playing the part. The other is the quiet truth of who you really are, buried, unseen, but still alive. And so you can only live that way for so long. Eventually, one of those lives take over. Sometimes the mask wins and you end up losing yourself, pretending to be something that you're not. Other times, your truth forces its way out. You will go through a burnout or breakdown or a moment where you just can't fake it anymore. That kind of split catches up to you because we weren't meant to live as 2 people. Peace comes when you let your outside reflect your inside. When you stop hiding and allow yourself to just be whole. So many of us know that feeling. Smiling when we're hurting, saying yes when we really mean no. Playing the part because we're afraid to let people see the truth of who we really are. And it's exhausting. You deserve better than that. You deserve to feel whole inside and out. What would it look like for you to take off the armor that doesn't fit? To stop pretending everything's fine if it's not. To stop hiding behind a mask that's there to keep everyone else comfortable. Alignment is the opposite of performance. It's about letting your outside reflect who you are on the inside and letting that be enough. When you align the two, everything shifts. Your confidence feels real, not forced. Your peace stops depending on who notices you, who approves of you. Your presence starts speaking for itself because it's authentic. So today, ask yourself, what part of me have I been hiding? What am I wearing, literally and figuratively, that doesn't fit anymore? And what would it feel like to just be me? Because your power comes from alignment, and the world needs you just as you are. Not in someone else's armor, not hiding behind a mask, just you. Point number 3, it's not about trends, it's about intention. Dressing like your higher self doesn't mean buying expensive clothes or chasing trends. It means choosing what reflects the energy you want to bring into the room. Maybe your higher self is elegant and understated. Maybe she's bold and unapologetic. The point is, dress like her now. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. We live in a world that's obsessed with trends. Everywhere you look, someone's telling you what's in right now. They're telling you what clothes you should wear, how you should show up on social media, how you should style your hair, what type of brands you should invest in. But here's the truth. Trends come and go. They change as quickly as the season. They're designed to make you feel as if you're never enough. They keep having you chasing things as if to always wonder, what is the next thing that I need to chase after? What is the next thing that I need to keep doing to make myself look a certain way or feel a certain way? That's why real style, real presence has nothing to do with trends. It's about intention. In the 1900s, Coco Chanel, she was the type of woman, well, actually, she shocked Paris because she was the type of woman who enjoyed wearing just simple jersey fabrics and trousers. This was at a time where women were expected to wear corsets and gowns, and so people thought she was outrageous, but she wasn't chasing a trend. She was creating one because she was clear about her intention. Her intention was to give women freedom, to give them confidence, and to give them ease through what they wore. Today, we don't even think twice about women in pants. That's the power of showing up with intention instead of chasing trends. Another person that comes to mind in the art sector is Vincent van Gogh. When he started painting, his painting didn't reflect the type of rigid expectation of the art world, and so critics referred to his brushstrokes as sloppy, and they said his colors were too bright. And they also said his work was too emotional, and so it ended up that during his lifetime, he sold almost nothing. But Van Gogh didn't paint to fit in. He painted to express the depth of what he felt inside. His intention was honest, and that honesty gave his work a timeless beauty. And today, his paintings hang in the most celebrated galleries in the world. Not because they followed trends, but because they told the truth. So it's worth asking yourself, what do I actually want to say with how I show up? What do I want to feel, and what feels most true to me? Anyone can wear what's trending. Anyone can follow the crowd. But when you show up with intention, when your choice reflects your energy, your story, and your values, that's what makes you unforgettable. Because at the end of the day, trends fade. Intention stays. And that's what gives your presence power. So how do you start? Here are 3 simple steps. So first, visualize. Who is your higher self? How does she show up? Confident, creative, radiant. Number 2, audit. Go through your closet. What pieces align with your higher self? What pieces don't? And number 3, intend. Choose one outfit this week and wear it. Wear something that embodies her, even if no one else is watching. So here's what I'd like you to reflect on today. What's one word that describes your higher self? And what could you wear tomorrow that reflects that? If this message resonated with you, subscribe and stay connected. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video. Like and share and leave a comment below. On se dit à la prochaine. Thanks for watching and see you soon.